day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What would you say were some of the lessons that you learned from your grandmother? Because I always believe your environment, the one you actually grew up in, has a very special impact in who you become.
So I think the most important impact to my life is because my grandmother was a staunch Christian, and she used to wake up like really early in the morning, and then she had this place she had set aside for praying, where it had pictures of Mary and pictures of Jesus and all those people from the Bible, and she would recite her rosary there every morning at 6. Yes. In Luya. So I actually learned all these prayers in my mother tongue at the beginning. And then, of course, sometimes we'd sit beside her and she'd go on with the rosary. And then in the evening, she'd do the same. At midday, she'd look at the shadows and know like it's midday, and she'd say like the Angelus. So I feel like my Christian background was started there because she would pray for everyone. She would pray for her children. She would pray for the current government. She would pray for the people traveling, and she'd mention all the modes of transport, like those who are traveling with bikes, those who are traveling with cars, those who are traveling with buses, in planes. I mean, I think I started learning the modes of transport by just listening to her pray. Okay. So this kind of impacted a lot on my faith, and I think over the years, even though like as an adult, I'm not as staunch as she is, but I feel like without that background, maybe I would not have learned the basics of Christianity. And then of course the cooking, you know, when you're growing up in a Luya home, there is a lot of cooking when a visitor comes.
I know
Branice, have you lit the fireplace? Have you watched the chai? So when you finish breakfast, there's always like a kettle next to the fireplace. That kettle was full of tea. For any guest who would come, you'd go and take that kettle and bring to the guest. Or after lunch, there's ugali left. Branice, ile ugali imebaki kwa maika, ile ulete mgeni. So such things,
Interesting. And how would you say she molded you into becoming who you are? Because you grew up with just granny alone?
There were a lot of people. Some of my cousins were there, my uncles, my aunts. Yeah, because I was there until like I was in class 1, until I went, one of my aunts took me in to educate me. So, but even it is my grandmother who asked like my aunt, I don't think this child is having a good education here. I think she'll have a better education with you, because she was a teacher. So she had to like do that for me, because she knew like if I continue staying at her place, I might not get serious with my education. Because sometimes I realize like every time I wake up in the morning and just cough a little, my grandmother will be like, no, mtoto ni mgonjwa, haendi shuleni leo. So my granny thought like if she continues staying there, she's not going to be serious with her education. So I later had to move to one of my aunts who started taking care of me.
Interesting. And so your aunties are the ones who took you through school?
Yes, my aunt. I was with one of my aunts a little. I actually stayed in Kisumu for like 2 years, and there is where I learned also Luo. So actually speak a little bit of Luo, though it's been years, so the tongue sometimes I can hear, but sometimes talking it is a bit hard.
Interesting. Same what's up.
Yes. Now the eldest aunt now is the one who now has been there all through.